All right, welcome back to the show. Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin. Mr. Mullin, thank you, sir. We appreciate it, as always. So, some good news on noms. Tulsi Gabbard got reported out of committee. RFK Jr. got reported out of committee. And lo and behold, my friend Susan Collins voted for Tulsi Gabbard. What can you tell us, sir?
Well, Susan did her due diligence, and Tulsi did a really good job talking with her. So proud of her coming out and making that stand. You know, Susan's in a very tough district or a state up in Maryland. I don't think we'll see another Republican for a while be elected from there, and she gets a hard time because she has to make some hard votes and sometimes votes away from us. But I'd rather have her in office than have a Democrat from Maryland. At the same time, you know, it was great to see Tulsi get out with unanimous Republican support. Same thing with Bobby Kennedy. Cash is going to do the same thing, and I believe the way the clock works, because, you know, they have a 24-hour soak, Larry, once they get passed out of committee, and then they'll be reported to the floor. And then we have to let the clock run on people that are in front of them because there's a 30-hour debate time. That's called cloture. And I believe the time will work out where we can possibly vote on Tulsi and Bobby possibly by the end of next week.
Well, that'd be excellent. Well, being a Republican from Maine, the great state of Maine.
Did I say Maryland? Sorry, Maine. Thank you for catching me on that, Larry. I knew I was messing up there.
I'm not contradicting. Yeah. It's an easy mistake. But the point is, I've known Senator Collins for many years. I count her as a friend, whether we agree or disagree. And she does what she does, but she has as much integrity as anybody I know. And I'm sure that
Larry, I would agree with that. And I'm sorry, I always mess up Maryland and Maine. I don't know. It's like January and June for me.
That's okay.
But I tell you, I will agree with that. She's honest as tomorrow and as today. What she says you can trust. And she's my chairwoman on a PROPS, and I wouldn't have been on there if she wouldn't have specifically asked me for me to be on there. So we get along, and I love talking with her because she brings a different perspective. I just wish that some people would realize that, you know, a Republican from Oklahoma is much different than a Republican from Maine, and we got to recognize those differences.
Yeah, we do. Just sounds like President Trump's going to get his noms. It just really seems like it's got momentum. You know, it started with Pete Hegseth. And it's just moved right down the line. I know there are ups and downs, but it seems like at the end of the day, he was the guy elected. He was the guy with the mandate for change. And he was the guy that's putting up his cabinet officers who he wants. And I think that's the way the system should work, Senator. Let me ask you something else.
Larry, can I add to that? Okay, it's not just as simply as him putting those nominees forward. He's come to the Hill. He's met with senators on multiple times, and he's worked really hard at building a coalition and telling people we need everybody there. He's led from the front, which is why he's such a great leader and why we're blessed to have him as president of the United States right now.
Yes, sir. Maximum pressure on Iran. New resolution out today with Prime Minister Netanyahu visiting in Washington, D.C. to meet with the president and perhaps others. Maximum pressure. Economic sanctions. We've got to layer those sanctions on. Stop the oil sales. Stop China from buying oil and breaking the sanctions. And how about the nuclear threat, Senator Markwayne Mullin? What do you make of it?
Well, I think right now they already have some form of nuclear ability, but we just don't know what delivery mechanism they have yet. What President Trump has done here is he's going to make Iran choose if they're going to continue to fund this nuclear program, which we can never allow them to have. I mean, can you imagine the leading of the world of terrorist organizations that country would have nuclear power? It would destabilize the entire region. So what the president has done is he's going to put such hard sanctions like he did when he was first in office, which was literally bankrupting them, was causing the populace vote to go against the current regime. And they're going to be able to make a decision. Do we feed our people or do we feed our own agenda here? And I believe this pressure will actually work because we're not looking for a fight. We're not looking to start another war. What we're looking for is peace. And President Trump believes in peace through strength. And what you have here is him showing strength and also standing with our strongest ally, Israel here.
Yes, sir. Terrific stuff. Senator Markwayne Mullin, thank you ever so much, sir. We hope to see you soon. Folks, I'll be right back with my last word.